What's up, Ma? It's Michael Martin. Thanks for being here, folks. Happy Friday. Hope you had a great week and that you have fun plans for the weekend. So, the coaching tip and what we might, handle in the coaching program deals with your ability to embrace uncertainty, right? Now, you're all here probably because you're traders or you're investors in one way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter the instrument, doesn't matter leverage or not, doesn't matter the holding periods. You just want to get better at what you do. What I have found, generally speaking, is that the more you're willing to embrace uncertainty, the greater the rewards. It doesn't mean you have to be stupid and reckless, because you can always define the risk. Remember, I said a while back, years ago, that your goal as a trader is to find the best way to represent the risk in your portfolio, right? That's appropriate for the risks that you're willing to take. And I think I used either gold or crude oil and the million instruments that you could use to add that quality of alpha to your portfolio, right? So, you could use any denomination of futures contracts. You could use options on futures, right? You could trade ETNs, ETFs. You could trade companies in that sector. You could look at USO or GLD. Now, I'm not making recommendations here. What I am saying is that there's a million ways for you to slice it up to get exposure to that particular asset or asset class and better manage your risk, right? Because only you know what's best for you. I don't know what's best for you. But when it comes to trading styles or asset classes and holding periods, they all have different payoffs. They all have degrees of accuracy, and they all have varying degrees of payoffs. And in all of that math, you get the expected value. You get mathematical expectation. But when you really think about it, and this is why people say in testimonials, not to plug myself, that after working with me, not only did their trading improve, but their lives got better. They came to realize, like I've known since I'm 12, 13, 14 years old, that we're all running emotional models. And we apply those emotional models to every aspect of our lives, to dating, to this and that. I was never one to be bashful about asking out the prettiest girl. Now, of course, you got to operationally define pretty, because what you think is attractive might be very different from me. But I would be more humiliated by myself in my room, in my own thoughts, tortured, if I had an opportunity to ask somebody out or ask them for their number and I didn't do it. Even if I didn't tell anybody, I'd be utterly humiliated. Like, why am I a loser? Why didn't I? I'm just as good as anybody out there. Because the difference between having that type of partner or going at least on the first date to see if there's any chemistry is just having the willingness to get rejected. The same way you put on trades and you're up 3R and you say, okay, I'm going to risk 1R and get stopped at 2 because I want to invite 5 into my neighborhood. And I'm at 5, I'll stop out at 3 because I already know emotionally I'm okay with 3. But if I keep it on at 5, I invite 10 into my world. So you have to embrace that uncertainty and invite it into your world, because the rewards will only go with the risks that you're willing to take. And those risks are only going to be stomachable, right? To the extent that you're willing to feel all the feelings that you need to feel around your behavior, around all of that, from initiating the risk. Hey, how's it going? You come here often? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be funny. God, you've got big feet. Are those men's 13s? So at the end of the day, I would say embrace the uncertainty in everything that you're doing in your life, because the payoffs could be much more rich. You can have a more fulfilling life. You also learn a lot more about yourself in the process. Again, this is stuff that we go over 10 times till Sunday across the 12 lessons that we have. And we look at that. You get to apply it and see how it makes sense for you. I never ask people to divulge personal information, so it's not like you have to, confess your sins or do anything like that, or talk about things that are highly personal. But you do have to address that, in generally speaking. Anyway, markets are very, very interesting. Know what your risk limits are. Know where your protective stops are. I would make sure that you're not using mental stops. Actually put the stops in to protect your capital, because even if you're a speculator who's hell-bent, the first order of business is always playing superior defense, right? That's what bifurcates the crowd and separates people who exhibit professional behavior and get the results that the pros get more times than not than amateur land, right? Protect your capital. What you don't lose, you don't have to earn back. Thanks very much for being here, folks. Short episode today, but it's Friday. I don't want to blather on. Have a great weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Monday. Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. Please take a minute, like and subscribe to the show. You could also leave a comment. I don't have all the answers, so it's good to get some feedback. Also, if you would like to support the show, check out the links below. You can get the free audiobook of The Inner Voice of Trading, and also information about the course that I teach with Victor Sperandio. Thanks for being here, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.